Hello students. So we shall continue with the next group in plant kingdom, that is bryophytes. So bryophytes, they are also the lower plants. Now these bryophytes, they exhibit some general characters. So we shall discuss first the general characters of bryophytes. So bryophytes, where they grow? So bryophytes, they grow in moist shady places. So shady places means where there is no direct sunlight. In such cool, moist places, these bryophytes grow. Moist means they have little moisture or little water content in the soil. So wet soil, it is called moist, right? So in such cool conditions, these plants grow. Then they are called amphibians of plant kingdom. Bryophytes are called amphibians of plant kingdom. Now why they are called amphibians of plant kingdom? Because, see here, bryophytes, they grow on the moist soil, but they require water. They require water for sexual reproduction, that is for transport of gametes. So because of this reason, they are called amphibians of plant kingdom. Then the next characters, the plant body, or you can say the body of bryophytes. These bryophytes have a very simple body. So the plant body of bryophytes is very simple. It is called thallus. So what do you mean by thallus? So thallus is the simple plant body found in lower plants. Now in these structures or thallus, one thallus, plural thalli. So thallus doesn't have the root, stem and leaves. So in such bryophytes, you don't find root, stem and leaves. Even in algae also, in previous video we discussed, in algae also root, stem and leaves are absent. So such simple plant body is called thallus. So thallus is usually green, right? Thallus is usually green because it contains chlorophyll and it exhibits autotrophic mode of nutrition. Then there are structures called rhizoids. So rhizoids, they are similar to roots. So these are root-like structures. They look like roots. And what they do, they help to fix this plant to the soil. So they do the function of roots, right? So rhizoids, they are root-like structures. They help to fix these bryophytes in the soil. Then after this, the two stages in the life cycle, right? The two stages in the life cycle of bryophytes. So the two stages which are observed in the life cycle of bryophytes, they are gametophyte and the second stage. The second stage is the sporophyte. So gametophyte and sporophyte, these are the two stages in the life cycle of bryophytes. Now here the meaning of gametophyte. Here phyte indicates a plant. Gameto indicates gametes. Gameto indicates gamete. Phyte indicates the plant. Similarly, sporophyte. Here sporo, it indicates spores. So the meaning of gametophyte, it is a plant that produces gametes. Sporophyte, it is a plant that produces spores. Now here gametophyte is haploid, whereas sporophyte is diploid. How? I will tell you after some time. So haploid is denoted as small n. Diploid is written as 2n. So here haploid and diploid. So haploid n means one set of chromosomes. 2n, two sets of chromosomes. So these are the two stages in the life cycle of bryophytes, gametophyte and sporophyte. So what is the function of gametophyte? Its function is to produce gametes. Gametes, they are of two types, male gamete and female gamete. Male gamete is sperm, female gamete is ovum. What is the function of gametes? Now these gametes, they fuse. Fusion of gametes, male and female gametes, it is called fertilization. Fusion of gametes is called fertilization, or it is called syngamy. After fertilization, there is formation of zygote, and this zygote develops to produce a sporophyte. Now, sporophyte is a stage, another stage in the life cycle of bryophytes. So, what is the function of sporophyte? The function of sporophyte is to produce spores. Now, these spores, they germinate, and what they produce? They produce a stage called gametophyte. So, in this way, gametophyte produces sporophyte, sporophyte produces gametophyte. So, this continues in the life cycle. So, one phase in the life cycle is gametophyte, another phase is sporophyte. These two phases alternate with each other. Alternate means one phase is sporophyte, another phase is gametophyte. That is called alternation of generations. It is called alternation of generations. So there is alternation of gametophyte with sporophyte. So in the life cycle, gametophyte alternates with sporophyte. Means one generation is gametophyte, next generation sporophyte, next generation gametophyte, next sporophyte. So this is called alternation of generations, which is observed in bryophytes. Okay. Then this gametophyte, it produces two sex organs, right? The two sex organs, the two types of sex organs produced by gametophyte, they are one is the antheridium and second one so antheridium and archegonium are these are the two types of sex organs produced by gametophyte. Antheridium is the male sex organ, right? Antheridium is the male sex organ. Archegonium is the female sex organ. So these are the symbols, male and female. So antheridium is the male sex organ, archegonium is the female sex organ produced by gametophyte. What is the function of antheridium? So the function of antheridium is to produce male gametes. The function of antheridium is to produce male gametes, also called as also called as anthrozoids, or we can say sperms. So male gametes, anthrozoids and sperms, they are all same. Then the archegonium, that is female sex organ, its function is to produce female gametes. So female gamete is called egg or ovum. Fine. So sperm and ovum, or male gamete and female gamete, they fuse. It is called fertilization. After fertilization, there is formation of zygote. Zygote develops to form sporophyte. Sporophyte produces spores. Spores germinate and they produce gametophyte. So this gametophyte grows. It produces the sex organs like antheridium and archegonium. Antheridium produces male gametes. Archegonium produces female gametes. They fuse. That's called fertilization. There is formation of zygote, and zygote produces sporophyte. So this continues in the life cycle, and that is called alternation of generations. So these are the general characters of bryophytes. So you may expect a 5-mark question. Write the general characters of bryophytes. Or you may expect a question, name the amphibians of plant kingdom, or why bryophytes are called amphibians of plant kingdom. Then you can expect 1-mark questions. What is antheridium? What is archegonium? Antheridium is one, singular. Plural, antheridia. Archegonium, singular. Plural, archegonia. Right? So antheridia and archegonia are plural terms. Then you may expect a 1-mark question. What is alternation of generations? So everything is clear to you. Then next we shall consider the classification of bryophytes. So next, the classification of bryophytes. So bryophytes, they are classified into 2 groups. The first group is the liverworts, and second group mosses. So that is the classification of bryophytes. So bryophytes are divided into 2 groups, liverworts and mosses. The example of liverworts is Marchantia. Example of liverworts is Marchantia. The examples of mosses, singular moss, M-O-S-S, plural mosses. Singular liverwort, plural liverworts. So examples of mosses. One example is the Funaria. Then there is Polytrichum. Another example is Sphagnum. So Funaria, Polytrichum and Sphagnum. These are the common examples of mosses. So you may expect a question, write the classification of bryophytes with examples. So you should know, right? You should know this. So after classification, okay, so in classification, we shall consider in brief about the Markensia. So Markensia is a bryophyte. I hope you have seen it. So Markensia, it looks like this. So these are rhizoids which look like roots. Then this entire structure, it is called thallus, which is green colored, and these are the root-like structures called rhizoids. Now on the thallus, you will observe such cup-shaped structures. So these cup-shaped structures, they are called Jima cups. So this is one Jima cup and this is another Jima cup. In the Jima cups, you will find special structures called Jima, pleural, Jimae. So what are these Jimae? These are asexual buds. Now these buds, they grow and they produce a new plant, right? So you may expect questions, what are Jima cups or what are Jimae? So Jima cups, these are cup-shaped structures which have buds called Jimae. One more question, what is Jima or what are Jimae? So you have to write, these are asexual buds. These are asexual buds which can grow to produce a new bryophyte. So this is the structure of a bryophyte, that is called Markensia. So this is Markensia, where you can see the thallus, rhizoids and Jima cups which contain Jimae. Then I will show you here one more structure. So this structure is archegonium, right? So archegonium develops from the thallus, and this archegonium, it produces what it produces? Female gamete, right? It produces female gamete, that is ovum. Then similarly, I will show you the now this structure is Anthidium, right? It is Anthidium which produces male gametes. So Anthidium also develops from the thallus. So in Markensia, there are male plants or male thalli or male thallus that produces Anthidium. There is female thallus that produces archegonium. So Anthidium and archegonium, they are produced on different plants, not on same plant, or they are produced on different thallus, right? Okay. Then we shall consider one example of moss, that is Funaria. So I have shown one example here of moss, that is Funaria. So Funaria, this plant appears like this. These are the rhizoids, these are the leaf-like structures. This stalk is called seta. This structure at the tip of seta, it is called capsule. This capsule produces spores, right? So that is the structure of a moss, that is Funaria. Then next we shall consider the uses of bryophytes. So bryophytes exhibit certain uses. One is the food. So bryophytes, they act as food for some organisms, even to some birds, right? So birds and other organisms, they depend on bryophytes for food. Then they prevent soil erosion, right? Erosion. What is the meaning of erosion? So erosion means loss of soil. So erosion means loss of soil. So bryophytes, they grow on the soil surface. They cover the soil surface and they prevent the loss of soil. So they help to prevent soil erosion. Then one bryophyte such as sphagnum. So sphagnum, it produces a substance. It produces a substance called peat. P-E-A-T, peat. So sphagnum produces a material called peat, which is used as fuel. Right? So it is used as a fuel. Then sphagnum has a good water holding capacity. Right? Sphagnum, a type of moss, it has good water holding capacity. It can retain a lot of moisture, and this is used for packing plant materials while export or during export. So these are some uses of bryophytes. So one use is bryophytes, they provide food to organisms, even birds. Bryophytes, they prevent soil erosion since they cover the soil and they prevent the loss of soil. They are rhizoids, they hold the soil and they prevent loss of soil. Then bryophytes like mosses, that is sphagnum. Sphagnum produces a material or substance called peat, which is used as a fuel. And because of the water holding capacity of sphagnum, it is used in packing living material or plant material during export. So those are some uses of bryophytes. So under this topic, bryophytes, we have discussed the general characters of bryophytes, then the classification of bryophytes, and finally we have discussed some uses of bryophytes. So here you may expect different questions, right? So with this we shall conclude this video. Thank you.